The last stand of the Guardians. Anya, the sword maiden, her platinum hair matted with blood and dust, surveyed the encroaching darkness. Her eyes, once bright with hope, now held a chilling glint of despair. Beside her, Kale, the Stormweaver, leaned heavily on his staff, his weathered face reflecting the storm raging within him. The others, each a legend in their own right, bore the weight of countless battles and the sorrow of uncountable losses. There was Eldoria, the shadow dancer, her lithe form cloaked in shadows, her daggers thirsting for one final dance of death. And Bjorn, the stone heart, his massive frame a bulwark against the tide of darkness, his spirit unyielding despite the cracks in his granite skin. Anya, her life ebbing away, collapsed to her knees. The Shadow Legion, leaderless and disoriented, began to retreat. The first rays of dawn broke through the clouds, casting a golden light on the battlefield. Anya smiled, a single tear rolling down her cheek. The Guardians may have fallen, but Eldoria was saved. And in the heart of every Eldorian, the spirit of the Guardians would live on, a testament to their courage, their sacrifice, and their unwavering love for their land. The ground trembled as the Shadow Legion advanced. A grotesque tide of twisted creatures, led by the monstrous warlord Malkor, his eyes burning with unholy fire. His laughter echoed across the plains, a chilling counterpoint to the keening wind. "This ends today, Guardians," Malkor's voice boomed. "Eldoria will fall, and from its ashes my new empire will rise." Anya stepped forward, her voice ringing clear despite the despair that gnawed at her. "We may be the last, Malkor, but we are the Guardians of Eldoria. We will not yield, not while a single breath remains in our bodies." Her words ignited a spark in the eyes of her companions. They raised their weapons, a final defiant gesture against the encroaching darkness. Elara's daggers danced, Bjorn's warhammer pulsed with earthen energy, and Kale summoned the fury of the storm. The battle that ensued was a maelstrom of clashing steel, roaring magic, and desperate fury. Each Guardian fought with the strength of 10, their movements honed by years of training, their resolve fueled by the knowledge that this was their final stand. Anya, a whirlwind of silver and steel, carved a path through the enemy ranks. Kale rained down lightning and hail, his staff crackling with power. Bjorn stood firm as a mountain, his hammer crushing bone and steel alike. Elara, a ghost in the darkness, struck from the shadows, her blades leaving a trail of silent death. One by one, they fell. Elara, overwhelmed by sheer numbers, danced her final dance, her body disappearing in a puff of shadow. Bjorn, his granite skin finely cracking, roared his defiance before being swallowed by the horde. Kale, his energy spent, unleashed one final devastating storm, taking a legion of enemies with him before collapsing. Anya, alone amidst the carnage, her armor shattered, her body riddled with wounds, locked eyes with Malkor. The warlord, his armor rent, his face twisted in a snarl, raised his massive blade. Anya, summoning the last vestiges of her strength, met his blow with her own. Their blades locked, a silent struggle of wills. In that final moment, Anya saw not the monster before her, but the faces of her fallen comrades, the people of Eldoria, and the beauty of the land she had sworn to protect. With a final surge of desperation, she pushed back, her blade finding its mark. Malkor stumbled, a look of surprise contorting his features as his body dissipated into shadow.